telling him something different. Why? Because God knows that what he has told him, it will come to pass. But it's just a matter of time. Our timing is not the timing of God. Our ways is not the ways of God. So when people come to men of God, they expect instant miracle. But one thing is that the will of God must prevail. There are some people, when God began to bless them, they died early. That's why some people pray for breakthrough. They don't get breakthrough early. Because at that time, they are not matured. When they receive the breakthrough, they lose it. There are some people, you are praying for heavy breakthrough. When God gives you a bigger money, the same money will kill you. You are welcome, woman of God, Miss Zimba. You are welcome. When God gives you bigger money, that same bigger money will kill you. Because you cannot handle the man. That's why Jesus said in the book of Luke, he said, if you are not faithful on this little unrighteous mammon, how much more when your heavenly Father gives you the treasures of the kingdom? How much more will you be able to handle? How much more will you be able to be faithful? So the reason why God does not trust wealth in some people's hands is because at this time, God bless you, woman of God, Miss Nimba. At this time, when God put it in their hands, they misuse the money. They cannot take care of the money. They misuse the money. The reason why sometimes God is not open marital door for some people at this particular moment is because of what? One or two things. Sometimes your character, you don't have patience. Sometimes you have no amend your ways. One day I've been seeing something about African women. When someone marry, I tap into your blessing. One day I wrote under the comment section, it's not about you tapping into the blessings of the person. It's about you amending your character. It's about you working on yourself so that the man that will come, when the man comes, you can be able to stay with the man. Your character will not drive away the man or the woman. So people are doing I tap. I'm looking for a perfect man, but they themselves, they are not perfect. They are not working on their character. So if you are not working on your character, let God bring Abraham. You still divorce the person. Let God bring Abraham. Your character will drive Abraham away. Let God bring Job. Your character will drive Job away. So God knows why some of the people is delaying. Because the way their character, their nature, if God open that door, they'll use their same hands to collapse it. The Bible says, through wisdom, a house is built. The wisdom to maintain it, they don't have. So sometimes, if you allow God to work on you, He will work on that character. When He sees that you are prepared and He has nurtured you, now He brings someone to you so that you can stay together. So once you are waiting and you are praying for marriage, check, work on yourself also. Work on yourself also. Once you are waiting for opportunity from the Lord, work on yourself also. Please, I hope you understand. Work on yourself also. The Lord is showing me something. One of the things that delay prophecy and manifestation is you. You can also delay your prophecy. You are welcome, Miss Sandra. You can also delay your prophecies. You can also delay yourself. So some people say that they prophesy to me, I'm not seeing anything. You can delay. When the Lord told Moses that I'm going to take away the afflictions of my people, Exodus 3. Good morning, you are welcome, Miss Sandra R. Please, how are you doing? I'm going to what? Take my people out of the land. Now the Bible says Moses went and told the people, but the children of Israel were questioning him. They didn't listen to him. Read the book of Exodus. The people of Israel did not listen to him. But remember that in the book of Genesis chapter 15, God told Abraham, they are going to be slaves for 400 years. But they came out of Egypt from 430 years, extra 30 years. They spent extra 30 years. But the prophecy said what? What did the prophecy say? The prophecy said what? 400 years. But extra 30 years came. Why? Because the timing that God wanted to save the children of Israel, the children of Israel used their own hands to delay the timing. So you can use your own hands to delay your prophecy. You can use your own hands to scatter what God was doing in your life. You can use your own hands. Sometimes God can be open opportunity. People pray for marriage. Sometimes God have already opened marital door. But you are discriminating. You have programmed a certain man in your mind. I read a certain story from one Nigerian lady this month. The lady was talking about something. She said she got a short man to marry. She loved the short man. The short man loved her. And whenever she is the firstborn, whenever she sent the short man home, the sisters will be laughing at her. And if you marry him, people will be laughing at you and things. And he met another guy and he left the short man. The guy stayed with her for 1 year and the guy left her. Up to now, she's 38. She never married again. All the junior sisters who were laughing at her, they are all married. The men that she said the sisters marry, even the short man is better. He's very handsome than the sister's husband. So she feel betrayed that she has listened to the sisters and now she's still staying in the parents' house for so many years. She asked the mom. The mom said the guy, there's nothing wrong with the guy, marry the guy. But the sisters were laughing at it. Hey. She acting to them, since then no marriage have come. The men that will come, they come and sleep with her and they go. She asked the pastor and the pastor said, for all you know, that short guy was someone who God brought into your life. The guy is married. Sometimes our own hands, we can delay our prophecy and you accuse God. You accuse God. You have created some kind of people in your mind. You have created your own human beings. Greetings, son of Agona. You have created your own human beings in your mind. When the Lord said, send Moses to come and tell the children of Israel that is going to deliver them, they were not ready. So sometimes God opened opportunity for you, you were not ready. You destroy the opportunity with your own hands. And you'll be telling people that it is witches. Meanwhile, the witches are innocent. They don't know anything about what you do. I heard a story from one man of God. I'm advising you from one man of God. One of the fathers in Ghana. He said he was praying with one of the church member. The church member is well-to-do in Ghana. She works in one of the big companies as an accountant, a woman. The woman was in need of marriage. The woman told the man of God, they started praying. And the man of God said, God is going to reveal the person you are going to marry. When the woman was working one day at their workplace, the woman was hearing a voice that looked through the window, you are going to see your husband. She continued to hear the voice. Anytime she opened the window, it was the security man that was standing there. She will close the window and she will continue to pray. That week, anytime she comes to the workplace, she will hear, look through the window, you will see your husband. Anytime she hear that voice, when she check, it is the security man that is standing there. And if she looks at a position at the workplace, if she looks at a status and a class, that security man is not a class. Someone who is an accountant of a big company in Ghana, that security man is not a class. She went and told the man of God. And the man of God said, I saw the same thing. But because of your class, I don't know how to tell you. Let's pray again this week and let's see what God will do. When she went the following week, the same thing happened. Anytime she's at the workplace, you hear the voice, look through the window, you see your husband. She was praying for her husband. She continued to see the security man. So she told the pastor, and the pastor said, that is what God is saying. Go approach him. And she approached the security man. Not knowing the security man is an educated person. The security man is a first degree holder. But the security man, you are welcome. You are all welcome. He's a first degree holder. But one thing about a security man is that he is not having a job. He hasn't found a good job. That is why he took the job of a security to come and work there. And the woman spoke with the guy. They started going out and they got married. And the woman helped the guy to get his own masters. And now they are doing well. So sometimes we destroy our own hands. We destroy our breakthrough with our own hands. We destroy our own prophecy with our own hands. You are welcome, Mr. Ike. Please, how are you doing? Yeah, thank you all for your gift. Thank you all for your gift. Thank you all for your gift. Yeah, we destroy our testimonies with our own hands. God has opened the door, but you can also destroy the testimony. And you will say it is your home riches. Sometimes you have been praying for destiny helpers. But God, yeah, we thank God, Mr. Ike. Yeah, you have been praying for destiny helpers. But God have communicated to someone to come and be your destiny helper. But sometimes the way you don't respect people, the way you carry yourself outside. Maybe your destiny helper have seen you before in his dream. You know that God can reveal someone to you in his dream. I've seen some people in my dream before. I never knew them. Later on they came to the platform. God have given me the picture and names of some people before. Later on they passed through the platform. God bless you for the gift. So sometimes God can what? Show you to your destiny helper. Your destiny helper will see you. When they see you, something, they feel like they have seen you before. But your attitude, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, you see your destiny helper that your destiny helper can help you. You see them and the same attitude that you have refused to let go, the same attitude you used to sack them. You use the same attitude to sack them. Maybe the person is looking for a place, a location. The person is your destiny helper. The person is supposed to help you. And the person will call you, hi, sister, how are you doing? You snub the person. You think all men want to propose to you. You think every man want to propose to you. It's not true. I remember in the university, I was sitting with one guy and a certain lady was passing by. And the guy was calling the lady. The lady didn't mind. And the guy said, are you not an old student of this school? And the lady stood and said, yes. And the guy said, I know you. She thought the guy was going to propose. Sometimes the people are your destiny helpers. They are calling you. They want to get even a location. Sometimes they have seen you before somewhere. Their spirit is telling them. Because God has spoken to them about you in a dream before. Some people met their destiny helpers. They don't know them from anywhere. The person hold their hands to travel outside. Some people met their destiny helpers. I know one lady I was working with. She met her destiny helpers one day. The way she spoke with the woman liked her that day. The woman was a principal of Winneba nursing training. She didn't buy any forms. The woman said, do you want to go to nursing? She said yes. He said, take this account, pay your school fees and come to the school. She is a nurse now. She never bought any forms. She never went for any interview. It's what? God can let you to what? Receive the manifestation of your breakthrough. But your hands, assuming the woman, when the woman came and she was treating the woman badly, she didn't open up to the woman and she was living her life anyhow, talking to the woman anyhow. Do you think that opportunity will be open? Because that year, I and the same lady applied for a lot of schools, but I didn't get that school. Even that school that she got, a friend of mine had a better certificate than the lady, but that friend never got that school. But this lady never applied for that school. In Ghana, for you to get a nursing training is not easy. You need to buy, protocols are more. You need to be paying bribe. You go for interview. I've gone before. Nursing training interview before in the north. Protocol is small. You can go, do not pick you. But she never bought anything. She never went for interview. the words that comes out of her mouth. She's someone, Letitia, she's someone when she's talking to you, she'll be laughing. She likes smiling. The woman saw the way this lady was treating her when she was buying petrol. The woman loved the way the lady was talking. Young lady, do you want to continue your education? She said, Mom, yes. If you get nursing, do you want to go? The lady said, yes. She said, take this account, go and pay your school fees, bring it to the distance, our school, and start schooling. I know one young guy who is at my parents' place. If someone told me that this guy would be rich, I would never believe. But today, this guy is rich. He went to visit a friend at their office. He greeted the boss. The way he spoke to the boss, it touches the heart of the boss. And the boss employed this guy. The guy is working there. He has gotten money. So sometimes God can open the door for us, but we ourselves can destroy it. So God wanted to bless this guy. That's why that day made him to go to the office. So assuming he went to the office and was arrogant, do you think he would have gotten that opportunity? Hello, do you think the guy would have gotten that opportunity? The guy would not have gotten that opportunity. So sometimes you need to put your pride down. Sometimes you are praying for marriage, but God can let the man that will marry you, the mother to meet you. The man that is going to marry you, the mother can meet you. You will not know that this is the person God wants you to marry. The mother can meet you. The mother can offend you on the road. The mother can try to need help, but you could have helped, but your ego and your character will prevent you not from helping. The person might offend you, but instead of you to talk to the person well, maybe the person you are being destined to what? Marry their son. But the way you treat the woman is looking for a good wife for the son. The way you treat the woman, you end up losing the opportunity. So the Bible says, through wisdom a house is built. A lot of people have destroyed their destiny with their own hands. And they'll be busy roaming on platforms seeking for what? Breakthrough. No. And one thing that I've seen about God throughout the scriptures is God uses seasons, time and seasons. So if you delay your time and you delay your season, you have to wait for another season. When the children of Israel delayed that 400 years prophecy, it took them 30 years again before God visited them and took them out of the land. It took them how many years? 30 years. Exodus said, the book of Exodus said, when they got out of the place, it was 430 years. But God told what? God told Abraham that they will get out at the age of 400 years, 30 years. They delayed their destiny 30 years. So a lot of people are delaying their destiny. They are delaying the prophecy upon their life. They are destroying it with their own hands. You have a greater destiny. God is calling you to prayer. When God wake you up, pray. What is the time? Let me check the alarm. No. And you sleep. God is calling you to study. Let me check the alarm. And you sleep. You are not paying attention. God wants to prepare you for a higher height, but you are not paying attention to it. It doesn't come automatically. It doesn't come automatically. In prophecy, you do your part. God also do his part. If God tells you that you are going to be a great businesswoman, God can give you the money, but if you don't have knowledge, you end up destroying the prophecy with your own hands. The money alone cannot do the business without knowledge. That's the difference between successful business owners and those who are not successful. Some people are looking for money to be successful in business, but others are using knowledge. I have interviewed a lot of people in Ghana through census. So I remember in 2018 we did national exercise, agri census. When you interview most of the farmers, most of them have money. but they've lost most of the money. They were not taking record of everything they do because most of them were not educated. So even though they got the opportunity, but they were not having knowledge to back it. So God have told you you are going to be open a bigger shop. Everything that you do, someone have done some before. Why don't you gather knowledge? Pick people as your role model. Gather knowledge and learn towards it. And prepare yourself for that opportunity. You not do. You only seek for money. And you go and open the shop. And the shop will collapse. And you say it is witches. It is witches. Meanwhile, the witches are innocent. The witches are innocent. They are innocent. It's not the witches that showed you to collapse your job. There are a lot of things it's not witches. It's not the witches that sent you to collapse the job. I was listening to a certain Nigerian man of God. He said he called someone to come and prepare something for him. The person is a carpenter. The person didn't do the work well. But this person is praying for what? Workers. He's praying to get a job. So that God will give this person customers. So that the person will come and work for him. Every day a lot of people are praying, Lord, give me more customers. My shop, give me more customers. But you come to their workplace and tell them to offer service for you. They cannot do it. You will bring your hair. They'll give you different style. You will bring your face for makeup. You see that your face will be dangerous. Instead of you to polish your skills, instead of you to get wisdom and polish your skills, you are saying witchcraft. Everywhere you are working, man of God, people are fighting against my work. People are fighting against my work. Meanwhile, you yourself, the work, you are not learning to work. You are not learning in order for your work to work. Move on. I was listening to a certain pastor here. He said one of his church members came. Pastor, I've been working, but the business is not going on well. I've been selling food, but nobody is buying. And the pastor said some things is not prayers. And the pastor followed him to where she's selling. Do you know that when the pastor went, the place is smelling. That place is a gutter. The place is smelling. 1. 2, the structure that she has made and she's selling food is not good. Now people have made better structures and they are selling food. How can you be selling food at a gutter and the gutter is smelling? And you expect people to come and you are saying it's witches. What kind of witches was doing that? It is you. So this person, no matter how the amount of oil you pour on them, do not get breakthrough. Do not get breakthrough. I'm telling you the fact. I'm telling you the fact. I'm telling you the fact. You want to do business. There are a lot of people who are into business. They've gone ahead of you. Why don't you learn from them? Why don't you pick people as role model on social media? You look at them from afar. I'm not saying chat them. Look, people who are into the same business. Look for them afar and learn from them. What are the things that they are doing and you are not doing? Learn from them and practice it. You will not do that, and always you'll be accusing people of being witches and wizards. They don't know anything about it. They don't know anything about it. You have to check your life. If they pray for you, if you don't learn, and you roam and you ask for prayer to pass your exams, and you think they prayed for you, you pass, you fail. One lady came here like that. She was roaming for what? Prayers for exams. She came, I think, on Sunday and told me that she failed the exams. And one lady was asking her, did you learn? She didn't mind. Because she thought a man of God have prayed for it, meaning automatic. No. What you don't have, you cannot give. You sit at the exam, so if you have not learned, your brain becomes empty. Your brain will become empty because you didn't store anything. It's what is in your mind that God bring remembrance and God give you favor. God give you favor. I've passed through that situation before. I went to write a particular exams in my university. I didn't learn. I failed. Even though I've received prophecies that I'm going to pass all my exams, but that semester, that paper, I didn't learn. I failed. I have to write it. That's what brought me down, and I couldn't get the best student in my department. Because of that paper, I dropped, and my friend got the best student and got scholarship to do his masters. I didn't learn. I was passing through a lot. So when I take the book and I close it, International Human Resource, I take the book, I close it. You will fail. Because that day I saw that what you don't have in your head, you can never produce. Such as I have, I give. Such as I have, I give. So we have to amend our character. Amend our character. Do our part and leave the rest to God. Seek for wisdom. Do our part and give the rest to God. Seek for wisdom. You see, people do not understand why Solomon was successful. Solomon was not successful because he wanted to be successful, but Solomon was successful because he was a man of what? Wisdom, and a man who learned. And you can notice from the book of Kings that those who sat under Solomon, all of them were wise. That's why his son went and asked the people who sat under his father. Yeah. So in Proverbs chapter 1 verse 5, Proverbs 1 verse 5, it says, the wise also will hear and increase in learning. Who are the wise? So when we are talking about people who are wise, there are people who hear, and there are people who always want to learn. They increase in learning. A wise person, Solomon said, the wise also will what? Hear and increase in learning. So anybody that don't want to take advice, that person is not wise. I say my things as it is because I've never written the Bible before. Those who are wiser people, they always hear, they always want to learn. There is no businessman that will be sleeping without learning. All the businessmen go to their room. They bought books, so they learn, they go to conferences, they learn. They learn, they don't sit down. He said a wise man also will hear and increase in learning. So those who are wise, they always want to know the latest thing. Let me give you an example. In Ghana, at first, when you go to secretariat school, they used to use typewriter. I did secretariatship. I have a certificate in it. I studied secretariatship course in Technical University. We use typewriter to type. But do you know that those who do not, as time goes on, computer came. So a lot of people are still using the typewriter, but some of them do not know how to use the computer. Those people, they'll fade up from the system. Why would they fade up from the system? Because time changes. As time is changing, as things are changing, you also have to gain more knowledge. You also have to change. Because we have gotten to the era of computer. I went for a job interview, and that particular place, I noticed something. It was an open office. It was only this year receptionist, and it was only the manager and assistant manager. They said they are not looking for people to stay in the office. They are looking for people to go to the field and do the work. So when you get the customers, you let them send the money direct to the people. So with this, they don't need more workers to sit in the office room. And I got to know that nowadays, the way things are going, if you study a particular program, it doesn't mean that you get a job. Or anybody, they can pick anybody to work in the same position. If you don't know, they can get anybody to work in the same position. So if you don't learn yourself, if you don't learn in every department, you not succeed in the organization. You not succeed in the organization. So some people say that I want to study secretaryship and management. But do you know that someone can be an HR? The person can be good in writing letters more than you, and they'll pick the person. Nowadays, it's not about your certificate. It's about what you can do. It's about what you can do, what you can bring to the table. In my former job, the secretary was HR personnel. She's not a secretary. But me that I studied human resource, I studied secretariatship and management studies at that time. She can write better letter than me. She can type well than me. Because when she came and did a service, she spent her time what? To learn voluntary for 3 years. Voluntary for 3 years. She wanted to know the job. After she left, later on when opportunity came, they called her to come and what? Take that place. Have you seen how it is? So the Bible says the wise also will hear and increase in learning. So anybody that increase in learning is wise. The Bible says Jesus at the age of 12 was going to the house of God. And he said he grew in wisdom. He grew in wisdom. And he said in understanding. And he said, the Bible said the question that Jesus was asking the people were astonished because of his understanding. And the kind of question. Because Jesus sat under people who were doctors. Read the book of Luke chapter 2. He was sitting under doctors. He was learning. So he grew in wisdom. He grew in wisdom. So he said, the wise also will hear and what? Increase in learning. And the person of understanding will acquire skills. The person of understanding. So when you learn, what are you doing? You are gathering knowledge. Anybody that is learning is gathering knowledge. Is gathering knowledge. If you don't take study very serious, very soon they'll sack you. I'm not cursing you. Very soon they'll sack you. Nowadays, the modern job that we are doing, now things are advancing, things are changing. The kind of knowledge we were using in the 80s, 90s is no more in use. Every organization is doing what? Job training. You are welcome, woman of God, Miss Matilda. Every organization is organizing job training. They are upgrading themselves to meet the system, to fit into the system, because you cannot use the old way that you do things. So every organization is doing job training so that the people meet. So when the people themselves are not willing to change, they will replace you. When you are comfortable with the old system of doing things and they are changing the organization, you don't want to change, they'll sack you. Yeah, I did a course, one of my course, innovation. I've done change management before. When there is going to be change in the organization, most people don't want change because they are comfortable in their lifestyle. He said what? He said the person of understanding will acquire skills and obtain towards sound counsel. So whenever you spend your time to get knowledge. The information you are looking for is knowledge. When you get knowledge, how you can be wise is how you are able to apply the knowledge. So knowledge plus understanding, that's how you can apply. Writing exams is not punishment. Do you know why you write exams? They want to know whether what they taught you, the knowledge you have acquired, do you understand the knowledge? If you understand the knowledge, then you should be able to apply. That's wisdom. Please, I hope you understand. If you understand the knowledge you acquire from the lecturer, then why can't you apply? That's wisdom. So if you cannot apply, it means that what the lecturer taught you didn't understand. You didn't understand. So anybody that seek for wisdom, he said the wise also will what? Hear and increase in learning. And the person of understanding will what? Acquire skills. So anybody that seek for wisdom, and they understand, they acquire skills, because what you are learning, you are acquiring skills. You are acquiring skills. You are learning new things. But we are in the 21st century. You have decided not to learn anything. You have decided not to learn anything. Let me say this. You are welcome, woman of God, Miss Grace. When we were in the university, I was having a certain mate. He was following some girl. The girl is from a rich family. The guy thought he was doing us. For him to go to school, he stopped going to school. And he will collect school fees and he will not go to the school. It got to a time when we completed, we were doing our national service. The guy was sitting in the home, in the house. And the stepmother told the father, by this time your son is supposed to be doing his national service. You are welcome, one of God, Miss Grace. Your son is supposed to be doing his national service. Why is your son sitting in the house? And the father questioned the guy. And the father said, if you don't go and do it, I'll let them arrest you, meaning you have wasted my school fees. The guy came and begged the school and they give him opportunity to do this thing, to continue the schooling. When the guy registered for the service, the guy still didn't go to the school. The guy started doing the service, deceiving the family. When he was doing the service, one day, the girlfriend father was the boss of that organization. He said, bring me your certificate so that I will employ you. Bring me your certificate so that I will employ you. Since you are doing your national service, after that I will employ you. Do you know that the guy couldn't produce any certificate? Because when he came and begged the school, he still didn't go to the school. When he came and begged the school, the guy still didn't go to the school. He still didn't go to the school. He thought he was doing as well. When opportunity came, they needed a certificate. The guy was not having certificate. So sometimes you are praying for opportunity. What? You have gotten chance to learn skills. You are joking with it. But you don't know that all this thing is part of your destiny. It's part of the prophecy that God has for you. So instead of you to go to the school, you were missing lecturers. And in the near future, a door will be opened for you. They are looking for people with that particular skills. You don't have some. Because when you went to class, instead of you to learn, you weren't learning. You were joking with it. And you say it is witches. I remember my sister's husband. One day, he repaired someone's car. And the person was saying something. The person said, at the way I've roamed, I've been looking for a good mechanic. Nobody have been able to fix my car. What you have done for me, bring your certificate so that I'll get you a good job at our company. The guy started crying. My sister's husband, she started crying. Why? Because she didn't spend, you are welcome, Okuni. Okum, you are welcome. She didn't focus in attending school. When he was going to the school, he stopped on the way. The opportunity came, but he didn't. You are welcome, sir. Please, how are you doing? The opportunity came, but this man never couldn't get it. Even though he has the skills, but he missed that aspect. Even though my mate also had the skills, had the chance to be employed in an organization free of charge, because he's dating the man's good morning, you are welcome, mister. Because he's dating the man's daughter. Bring your certificate, let me employ you. The guy is not having certificate. He was not employed. Sometimes you miss your opportunity because of certain decisions you take in life. I learned a lot of things throughout my life. A man of God advised me. He said, any storm that you pass through, if you don't learn anything from the storm will come back again. Every problem that you are passing through is a lesson. It's a school that you are passing through. If you don't learn, the problem will come again. You will fall again. Because the first instant that you pass through that problem, you didn't learn anything from it. So how can you come out of that problem? You cannot come out of that problem. You have opened a business. This is what you did, and you lost your capital, you lost everything. You never took note of it. You never learned anything from what made you to lose your money. Never learned anything from it. God has raised you again. You are doing the same thing because you never learned anything from your downfall. You fall again. You try 10 times, you fall again until you learn from your previous, what made you not to be successful. The man advised me that in 2022. I learned things from it. He said that thing will visit you again. When you are not learning from your mistake, it will visit you again. So seek for wisdom. It's not everything that is witches. Seek for wisdom. Upgrade yourself. In this 2026, upgrade yourself. The world is moving. Whatever you studied, if you attended school long time ago, upgrade yourself. Now things have changed. Learn different things. Learn different things. Some people go to university, the course that they learn, that's not what they'll be doing. You can get another job that is not in line with the course. Don't say that I am a marketing, I learn marketing, I learned HR, so therefore me, apart from marketing job, I'll not do. Then it means that you are not serious. Why am I saying that? When I was in the university, I had a mate. She's now in Bolga, where I was at first. The guy was accounting student, but when he got the chance to work at Ghana Water, he was placed in the office of HR, in the HR office. He had been there for so many years. When he was going to do his first degree, he joined us in the HR class. Now he's an HR. He joined us in the HR class. He didn't say that I'm an accounting student, therefore I'll not accept the job. He has fallen in love with the HR job. I know a friend. The guy is an agri student. He was not having education. He went and did national service, and they posted him to his hometown. He taught there. When he saw that he has gotten interest, he shifted into education and got certificate about it. So advance yourself. Don't say that because I am this thing, that's the same thing. No. My dean advised me, doctor, she advised us that when you complete, it's not automatic that we get a job at the same field. We can get a job in different field. We shouldn't neglect it. We should work towards it. For all you know, that will be the main thing that will let us to break through in life. Learn more. Give yourself to learning. My son, attend to wisdom, Solomon said. Attend to wisdom. And when you attend to wisdom, you are going to find what? Long life in the wisdom. Say, my son, forget not my law or teachings, but let your heart keep my commandment. For length of days and years of life, length of days and years of life worth living, inward and what? Outward, and continuing through old age to death. This shall they add unto you. So anybody that obtain wisdom and walk in the wisdom, length of days. There are certain things that happens in people's life. There are certain things, some people shouldn't have died. Some people shouldn't have died. But they didn't attend to wisdom. God gave them the prompt. People were talking to them, but they didn't listen. Some people, their business that collapsed, people were talking to them, but they didn't listen. They neglected the wisdom. He said, length of days. So if you hearken to wisdom, you learn more. You learn more. You are eager to know more about God and His word. He said, length and walk. It's not you hearing, no. Some people can quote the Bible A to Z. Some people can quote theories A to Z, but they don't practice what they quote. I'm not talking about you chewing it, but you practice it. He said, and keeping my commandment. And keeping my commandment. He said, but let your heart keep my commandment. So you hearing, you gathering the information and what? Practicing it. That's what will help you. And he said, length of days. Length of days will be your portion. So don't just learn the skills, but practice it. Add biblical principle to your work. Length of days will be for you. Length of days will be for you. He said, verse 3, let not mercy and kindness, that shouting out all hatred and selfishness, and truth shouting out all deliberate hypocrisy or falsehood, forsake you. Bind them about what? Your neck. Write them upon the tablet of your heart. Let not mercy and kindness. Let not mercy and kindness. Get wisdom, get knowledge. One of the things that will let you to prosper is mercy and kindness. There's a principle. The principle of sowing and what? Reaping. Sowing and reaping. God said, he that lends unto the poor, God reward them in times of trouble. And this thing, the Bible says in Galatians chapter 5, he said, do not be deceived, for God cannot be mocked. What a man soweth, he reap. One of the principles that attract blessings is what? Kindness and mercy. Having kindness and mercy to attract blessings. It's one of the secrets that the children of Israel knows. So this morning I will encourage you. It's not everything that it is riches. Most of the problem comes from us. You are a student, you are going to school. Learn, you will not learn. You will sleep. You will sleep and you will be seeking for prayers to pass exams. You will not pass. You are a businesswoman. You are doing your own business. Some people open shop around 12. Some people open shop around 11. Hey! And they will close around 5. And they will be saying, man of God, my business is not going on. How do you expect your business to go on? How do you expect your business to go on? By the time that you open your shop, the people who are going to buy your things, they have already passed by. They've already gone to buy the next person thing. That's what a lot of people are doing. They are business, they are not taking the business serious. They sleep in the house and they will come and open shop 10, 11. And their fellow person will come early in the morning by 6, 5. They will come and open, or by 7, 8, they will come and open and they will sell. Because that is the time that most people are going to work. So the road is busy. People are what? Buying things. By the time that is 11 or 10 that you come, most of them are at the workplace. So how can they come and buy? They will not leave their work and come and buy. It is the person that have opened the shop early. That's the person that they will buy from. So you don't expect to sleep in your room and open your shop anytime and close anytime and expect sales. Unless you have gone to collect Adumche powder. Unless you have collected sobolo and spiritual items and you have poured there. And you have sold your things in your room. Yeah, I heard one man of God saying that we do not sell in the morning. We sell at dawn. So they have been doing spiritual direction for people. You buy bell, so that you buy bell, they work on it, and in your room you'll be ringing the bell on your items. In the night you can sleep. When you go and open your shop, no matter the time that you go, people will come, because you have already sell your things in the night, in the realms of the spirit. So when you come, immediately people will be drawn to you, unless maybe you do that. But if you're a business person, be serious with the business. Be serious with the business. Don't be coming to work anytime you like. No. You are working for someone, you come to work anytime you like. Any hour you like. No. Jesus was talking about a certain kind of faithfulness. If you are not faithfulness in something, it has to do with someone's work. And you want, it's in Luke, you are not faithful in someone's work, but you want God to give you your own. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Because the same principle will happen. Yeah, the same principle will happen. When you get your own too, you might miss it. People will be doing the same thing, you'll be surprised. So the same way you want others to treat your work, treat them the same way. Some people want their children to treat them with respect. But when their mother and father is sitting down and they look at them, they'll say that, have you seen what you were doing to me? That's what your children is also doing the same thing to you. Because in Genesis chapter 5, he said, Adam gave birth to his own kind. So you have given birth to your own kind. Why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? It's the same thing you were doing to your mom. The same way you were treating people's business, the same way the workers are doing to you. You don't come early. The workers who don't come early, you are talking. You take things from the office. The workers are taking things from your office. You are talking. Whatever you reap, you shall sow. So take your business serious. Take your Christian life serious. Take your academic serious. Everything that you do, take it serious. Don't joke with it. Don't joke with it. There is no a successful man who sleep all the day. No, all the successful men, they are busy into what? Investing into themselves. They hear this seminar, they go. They see this book about business, they buy, because there is nothing new under the set. Let me show you reading book. This time